Hello, it's good to be alive, and it's good to be here again. It's good to be in the fresh air. It sharpens the mind. I've observed young people coming into the rec center because I've been working out every day, and I notice these kids from 2 years old up, and they walk with purpose. They walk in the present. They're so enthused about their life, and it's such a crime for us to rob them of that. I saw a documentary in Ethiopia of a mother with 3 children who walked many miles to get to a river to get some water, and the river was dry, and those children sat on the riverbank crying. And this is the result of excess. This is the result of greed. This is the result of overconsumption. We really have to get a grip on how we should live. We don't need well over half of what we consume. And many consume just beyond reason. So the money system is basically a debt money system. It rewards the rich and punishes the poor. It can be changed. T.H. Douglas was a British Englishman who invented the social credit system, which was a system of spreading the wealth. When someone invents something like what Bill Gates invented, Microsoft, he became a multi-billionaire, and that is not, shall we say, good. That he is entitled to some reward for his invention, but the rest of it belongs to the country, belongs to the people of the country, because he invented it in the United States. That is a system where some people say, oh, that's socialism. Well, no, it isn't. It's not socialism. It's spreading the wealth. That's what it is. There's all this thing about capitalism and socialism, and some people believe in capitalism, some people believe in socialism. I believe in a system of economics that is a credit system rather than a debt system. There's money basically has become an entry in a computer, and money has become a commodity. Money was never meant to be a commodity. Money is just a medium of exchange. It, in and of itself, has no value. We could have a global medium of exchange where you don't have this currency manipulation, the US dollar worth so much, the Canadian dollar worth so much, and on it goes, and up and down it goes. The stock market feeds this system. It's like a casino. The multi-rich manipulate the market. They buy shares, huge amount of shares, and then the price goes up. Then they sell it and gain, and then when they sell it, it goes down, and on it goes. So they manipulate it. This has to change. Wars are fought over it. Millions of people are starving in this world because of it. There is enough on this planet to feed everyone, but the greed and the conquest over who can get the most money is destroying life in a big way. I keep mentioning that we need a global revolution, and I keep mentioning that there is a solution. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult to cancel all debt and start over. It happened in Germany after the Second World War. They had to come out with a new currency. The old currency wasn't worth anything. So everyone was issued a certain amount of currency, and they were all started out on an equal basis. We have so much wealth in Canada and in the US, and yet we squander it, we waste it. I hope you heard that train, I did. Uh, you, you know, I live in Nelson, and Nelson is totally booming. It's a beautiful place to live, but I don't see one electric car on a car lot in Nelson. I see all these really lovely brand new cars, and they all have internal combustion engines. And how they think they're going to get down to zero, zero carbon consumption. Really, we have to get a grip, and really, we have to change our lifestyle. And really, we got to say, enough is enough. We have to do this because, like, we're going to have this COP27 in Egypt in the middle of a desert, so people can't get there. And these wealthy, interested, government wealthy people are going to, they call it greenwashing. They're going to say they're going to do something, and essentially they don't do much of anything. They have to be told that they can't get away with this. They can't be above the law. This whole thing of much of banking is an extortion racket. It's just extortion, and it's criminal. And governments are in cahoots with that. So, you know, the U.S. government, I think, owes 30 trillion some odd dollars right now, and then all the private debt, you know, it's probably close to $100 trillion now. This is the cause of inflation, is this debt. Inflation doesn't have to be if you had credit. You don't have to have inflation. The reason why you have inflation is you have to cover the usury fees. Usury is essentially a crime. So I just say, like, get a grip. We're all responsible. We're all responsible for this overconsumption and this greed. So anyway, I don't want to be overly negative or too negative. I don't deny anyone the right to, you know, live in some comfort, but people are getting on planes and flying all over the place, and getting on cruise ships and going everywhere, and, you know, buying all the things that suit their fancy, oblivious to, it appears, to the very future of their grandchildren or children. There's all sorts of what I would term lies to justify this. Again, I say we need a global revolution, and it's got to come from the people. The people have to say enough. We're not going to cooperate anymore. It happened in Poland, you know, in the shipyards, when the ship workers said, "We're done here. We're not going to cooperate." And you know, the tanks were all lined up to invade and everything else, but they didn't. And the Iron Curtain came down as a result. It also happened in Romania with Ceausescu, where a preacher in a church was preaching against the government, and the government decided to arrest him, but the people, his congregation, caught on, and they surrounded the church, and they spontaneously marched to the Capitol, and Ceausescu, that was the end of him. This is why we have to try, because we do not know when that spark will ignite this, shall we say, fire that will take down this system. So I'm doing this to be part of that spark. I can't predict when it'll happen, but I do believe it will happen. I do believe that we will enter a new age of reality. rather than fake things. So anyway, I hope I haven't been too heavy. I hope this goes somewhere. If you see it on YouTube or on my Facebook page, subscribe, because that message has to get out. In the meantime, God bless, and let's do it.